49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, it's playoff time and we have thrilling highlights from all around the Bay Area. We have CCS Open Division action with Serra and St. Ignatius. Monte Vista battles James Logan and Oakland Tech going for the OAL title, taking on Skyline.
Our playoff softball coverage includes Dublin and Liberty. Lacrosse playoffs feature both the Sacred Heart Prep and St. Ignatius boys and girls games. We'll have NorCal volleyball finals, plus we'll share with you the story of the tragedy at one Mountain View football game and how Dylan Daniels is persevering. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with NCS baseball action from the Division I bracket. Granada is the top seed, but lots of great teams in the 16-team bracket.
San Ramon Valley comes in as the 6th seed, the Wolves finishing in 2nd place in the East Bay League Mountain Division. Castro Valley finished 2nd in the West Alameda County Foothill League, earning the Trojans the 11th seed and a trip to Danville to take on the Wolves on Tuesday.
Adrian Soriano here in Danville for the NCS D1 first-round game between Castro Valley and San Ramon Valley. The Trojans on the board first. Arthur Sims pokes the ball to right field. David Colon is in. Michael Olsen is safe at the plate. 2-0 CV after 1. Castro Valley looking for more in the second, but Luke Baker, the quarterback from the football team, dives and throws to first. A great play from the Sac State commit. The Trojans also playing great defense. Michael Olsen gets the runner on a pickle. Owen Seidel fires it to Braden Spade to nab the runner at second. Score that a 1-3-6 putout. Castro Valley on the board again in the 5th as Braden Spade lays down a perfect bunt to the right side of the infield. SRV gets the out at first, but Joshua Joseph scores. 3-0 Castro Valley after 5. Bottom 6 now, and Marco Jones shoots one to left for extra bases as Jake Hensley scores. SRV gets one more on a balk to make it 3-2. Then the pitch gets away. Marco Jones scores and the game is tied at 3 after 6. It would stay that way until the 9th when Anthony Morris hits it to right field. There it goes. It is gone. A solo shot from the Ant-Man as Castro Valley jumps ahead 4-3 in the 9th. But the Trojans weren't done. Michael Olsen drives one deep into the night and gone! A solo blast from Michael. It's 5-3 Castro Valley. 2-on-2 outs for the Wolves in the bottom half. Marco Jones hits it to right center, but David Colon makes the catch and hangs on to the ball as Castro Valley pulls off a stunning upset in 9 innings over San Ramon Valley. The Trojans moving on to the NCS D1 quarterfinals.
The Westmont Warriors take the field in this CCS Division II first-round game. This one featured great pitching and defense. Westmont right fielder Tyler Rosolia with a terrific diving catch. Here's Los Altos second baseman Brennan Hollab racing in on a check swing roller, and Hollab makes the play, and we remain scoreless. More great D in the 3rd. Westmont shortstop Matthew Reinhardt far to his right. A one-bounce throw to Aiden Cabada at first. That's a great play. Los Altos gets its first runner on in the 4th, but not for long, as Westmont catcher Christian Preciado, showing off his gun, gets the runner at second. A runner on for Westmont in the bottom of the 4th, but Los Altos goes Holub to Kyle McKenney over to Gavin Moore. A sparkling double play. Los Altos with a runner at second in the 5th, but not for long as Mason Pound fires to second to pick him off. We stay scoreless. Both pitchers were amazing in this one. Here's Eagles starter Eric Colgrove fielding the hot shot and getting the out at first. Top 7 more amazing D as Westmont left fielder Laken Anderson races over and makes an incredible sliding catch, and we go to extra innings scoreless. In the 8th, runner at second for the Eagles as Darian Wesley smokes a solid single to right, but the runner is held at 3rd. Then with 2 outs, Pound on the mound, and Mason gets the strikeout to end the threat. To the 9th we go. Reinhardt sends a scorching shot down the line and left. Matthews going for 2, and the senior is safe with a slide. Reinhardt advancing to 3rd. Then with 2 outs, here's the game winner. Laken Anderson, a solid single to left, and that's a walk-off win for the Westmont Warriors. The Warriors celebrating a great performance from their pitcher, Mason Pound, to advance to the semifinals on Wednesday.
Our first look at the NCS Division I softball playoffs has 7th-seeded Liberty hosting 10th-seeded Dublin. Dublin has a runner on second in the bottom of the first. Madison Tuttle slices the ball down the left field line. Taylor Jennings scores. A throwing error brings Tuttle all the way around. The umpire keeps her at third base. That's the only run to score in the inning. Then in the second, Kelsey Skaggs takes this one for a ride. That's a solo shot from Skaggs. The Lions would lead by 3 after the inning. Liberty starting hurler Kate Skinner dealing from the get-go to keep Dublin scoreless. Bottom of the third, Paige Breitstein leads off the inning with a shot to left center, and that is just unlucky, hitting off the top of the fence and staying in so close. Later in the inning, Isabella Rice up with 2 on, and the sophomore blasts her second home run of the game. That is number 5 on the season for Isabella, and it gives Liberty the 8-0 lead. Freshman Jewel Cooper is the team's leading home run hitter. She hasn't hit this one out, but she ropes the ball down the right field line. Cooper is the Lions' leadoff hitter, so she has speed and power. That's an RBI triple as Kaylee Mayer scores. It's 9-0 Liberty. Tanaya Barrett gets her team's first hit in the 4th inning, a hard opposite field single for the future Ohio State Buckeye, but that's only one of 2 hits Skinner would allow all game. Kate K'ing up 14 batters, and that one ends the game as Liberty wins the first round game 9-0 to advance to round 2.
It's the CIF NorCal D1 finals between 8-seed Midi and 3-seed Valley Christian. Valley leads in the first set. Harry Shee sets Greg Lee deflecting off the defender. It's 19-11 Warriors. Later on, it's Keaton Hendry to Andrew Salisbury, and the seniors get the kill. Valley takes the set 25-19. Close early in the second set, Ryan Barnes sets Allie and Malcolm's money. We are tied at 7. Here's a nice save from Shee. Then the 2 big men meet at the net, and it's Salisbury coming away with this one. Warriors lead 20-16. Lee with a set of his own for the Big Ten, Tyler Alden, and Tyler comes through. 24-23 Warriors. Andy Zhu with the set, and Alden with the kill to win the second set, and Valley is 1 set away from the NorCal championship. It's a close third set. Hendry lays it up for Salisbury. Bang! The Warriors lead 19-17. It's match point, and it has the Warrior crowd on their feet. Elon Taylor getting ready for the serve. He serves it, and it's a good one, and the defender can't hold on. Valley Christian sweeps to win the CIF NorCal D1 championship. Taylor and Alden combined for 21 kills.
The Rikus Center brings us the Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Every week, the award based on performances in last week's game.
The announcement performed in a rap by our good friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Yeah. 49ers cow high. In the past tense, when the has-beens glory never had been. Same story, fast forward in a Jasmine. Morally, the more we see of this Hornet team, the more the Hornet seems. Winning the tournament title vital on the mound. Castro had hope till they got struck out 10 times. Rewind when they ended them. War with these Hornets, get revenge in the present tense. Finally, someone's widely as Mace, freestyling on the bass while she's dialing up the place. Kylie Mace, smiling at the empty bases. Shut out the dugout of Mustangs to spaces. Up and out of basic haters' faces. Midi chases greatness, but when greatness faces an outrageous game played with grace and patience. Safe to say, this Kylie Mace is dangerous. Yeah. 49ers cow high. Gary Rikus, Players of the Week. Trigger these beats and Mace.
D-Line Constructors is a Bay Area leader in demolition, grading, paving, and site utilities. D-Line Constructors digs in with a passion and brings us the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week.
This week's D-Line Constructors defensive play goes to Tatum Marsh from Valley Christian. Tatum going all out with this amazing diving catch. Tatum Marsh with our D-Line Constructors defensive play.
The San Francisco Giants present the Baseball Coach of the Week every week.
Our Giants Coach of the Week this week is Mike Minkle from Los Gatos. The Cats winning their league title with 2 big wins last week. Mike Minkle, this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week. Coming up, the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with the Oakland League title on the line as Oakland Tech battles Skyline.
And Clayton Valley meets James Logan in NCS softball when we come back.
Bring home a piece of history with the Willie Mays Birmingham Black Barons bobblehead. Available May 31st. A legendary edition. Nothing like it.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
One prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good. That.
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what US Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering $68 air conditioning tune-ups. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Get into the Giant spirit with the Player Aloha shirt. Feel the breeze on June 1st. Aloha Giant style. Nothing like it.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Service Champions, High Five Service, Champion Attitude, Service Champions. By Chick-fil-A, Eat More Chicken. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads.
The Oakland Tech Bulldogs have dominated the Oakland Athletic League this season with a 9-0 record. The Bulldogs with 3 wins over Skyline during the regular season, but all 3 games were pretty close.
Skyline making it to the league title game to take one more shot at the mighty Bulldogs. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game this week, meaning both teams get free chicken sandwiches after the game. Our Nikon Shadouse was there.
A beautiful day at the Ricky Henderson Field for the OAL Baseball Championship between Skyline and Oakland Tech. Sophomore Mike Martin leads Tech with a .537 on-base percentage. He'll be the designated hitter, batting 6th. Skyline beat Fremont to make it to this game with help from first baseman Jack Murphy, who went 4 for 5 at the plate with a home run and 6 batted in. It's the OAL Championship in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. The Bulldogs and starting pitcher Elias Thompson take the field. Titans threatening in the first with runners in scoring position, but Thompson strikes him out to end the inning. And the sophomore is fired up. Bottom of the second, Martin at the plate. Mike hits a soft grounder to the shortstop who can't make a play. Brandon Hemphill comes in to score. Tech is on the board. The next hitter is Jordan Smith. Smith sends this one into the gap in left center. Martin advances to third, and Smith is in with a huge double. Next up is Bernard Scott, who goes up the middle, and that's a base hit. Martin scores, Smith scores. OT tacks on one more. It's a tack on the Titans, 4-0 after 2. Top 3 runners on for Sebastian Drummer. Seb sends this one into right center. Noah McAvoy and Isaac Okajima come in to score. It's a 4-2 ball game. Bottom half of the inning, Martin up to bat, and he hits it high to deep right field. And it drops onto the warning track. Lee Shosani scores from first, and Martin is in with an RBI double. 4th inning, Tech leads 5-3 with runners on the corners, and here's a double steal in the championship game. Both runners are safe. Kalen Thompson scores, 8-3 Bulldogs after 4. Top 5 Titans up to bat. Here's a shot to shallow left field. Jayassi Rapierre has a read on it and slides and makes the catch to end the inning. Isaac Esto in to pitch the final inning, and he strikes him out looking to end it. Oakland Tech wins the OAL title and gets revenge on the Titans, who beat them in this game the past 2 years. Here's what this win means to Tech.
This win means everything for this program, for the guys that was gone last year, couldn't get this win. It's for him right here. It's for David. It's for everybody. It feels great. It's a great feeling.
In Oakland with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Nikon Shadouse, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Tyler Flipson here for round 1 of the D1 NCS playoffs. James Logan Colts hosting Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles. It's Colts dominance early and often. Anastasia Marquez with one of her 6 strikeouts of the day, getting the Colts out of a pinch in the first. Here comes those Logan bats. Janessa Parras grounds it to short in the throw, gets away at first. She finds her way to second, allowing Shannon Garcia and Gabriela Garcia home to take the lead 2-0. Second inning and 2 Colts runs later. EJ Delgadillo beams this one to center for a base hit, knocking Malia Athay and Parras in extend the lead to 6-0. Next inning and more Colts. Shannon Garcia laces this one high and deep into right at the fence for a monstrous triple, and that gets Nevaeh Hall Flores and Gabriela Garcia to touch home. It is 8-0 Logan. Logan really running away with it now. 4 Colts runs later in the fourth. Selena Gonzalez gets this one to drop in left for a base hit, knocking Ava Medellin in. And just like that, that will do it. James Logan would go on to win it in big fashion 16-0 and moving on to round 2 of playoffs.
2-seed Sacred Heart Prep gets set the bell. St. Ignatius for the CCS D1 girls lacrosse title. SHP looking strong early. Here's Nora still knifing her way to the net and goes top shelf for one of the freshmen's 4 goals. Wildcats answer on the other end as Millie Bartlett finds Chloe Del Negro, and the Lehigh commit delivers with the skip shot. 4-3 SI after 1. More Wildcats in the second. Here's Bartlett charging to the net, and check out the finish by the UPenn commit. 5-3 SI. Then the duel of Bartlett and Del Negro strikes again. Strong finish here by the Lehigh-bound senior. 6-4 Wildcats at the half. Third quarter, SI looking to pull away. This is Sophie Gosh working her way inside, and that's a crafty finish for the sophomore attacker. But SHP's not going down without a fight. Check out Kat Dykes splitting the double team with this spin move and aims far post for a Gators goal. But the Wildcats cruise their way to the finish. Here's the senior captain, Ellery Cullen, getting in on the action with this goal to top it off. Back-to-back CCS titles for St. Ignatius, beating SHP 11-6.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning helps us honor students who perform well on the field while doing great work around campus.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Channing Howtop from Los Altos. Channing is a member of the Student Class Council, Blue Crew Club, and Student Community Leaders Club. With Student Community Leaders, one of the biggest events Channing helps put together is Wellness Week, where Channing coordinates fun activities to help students reduce stress. Channing Howtop is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
Delta Dental presents Smiles for Scholars. Each week we honor a team where every athlete is doing well in the classroom.
This week we honor the boys volleyball team from Bishop O'Dowd High School, the Dragons, with a very impressive 3.53 GPA. Coming up, CCS Division I baseball with league rivals Serra and St. Ignatius.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 softball poll.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union, let us work for you today, tomorrow, together.
Touchdown 49ers!
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret. Dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zarata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zarata, your faithful injury attorneys.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. High Five Service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
We're all Hillsdale High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with opening round action in the CCS Division I bracket. Serra Padres finished second in the West Catholic League with an 11-4 league record this season.
St. Ignatius finished fifth, but the Wildcats have an amazing starting pitcher, Will Sawinski, who comes into the game with a .18 ERA and an 8-1 overall record. Will and the 7th-seeded Wildcats looking to upset the 2nd-seeded Serra Padres on Saturday.
Adrian Soriano here in San Mateo for the CCS D1 quarterfinal between Serra and St. Ignatius. Great defense early on as Sam Crutch throws it to Ian Josephson to pick off the runner, no score after 1. Will Sawinski was dominant for St. Ignatius, Will getting one of his 6 strikeouts on the day. This one ends the 2nd inning. Top 3 now, and Rocco Giametti smacks one the other way. That will go all the way to the fence in left field as Rocco makes it to second for a double. Archer Horn up next, and Archer hits it to center for a base hit. Here comes Rocco Giametti, and Rocco slides in safely at the plate, and it's 1-0 St. Ignatius Wildcats. Sam Crutch pitched well for Serra. Sam striking out 4 batters while only giving up 1 earned run in 5 innings of work. SI adds on in the 6th. DJ Delaney ropes one to center for a base hit. Dominic Camarillo comes in to score, and it's 2-0 SI after 6. Serra trying to rally in the 7th. Ian Armstrong hits this one to right field. That's going to fall in for a leadoff single. Joey D'Amelio up next, and Joey Granzon up the middle for another base hit to put runners at 1st and 2nd. But Archer Horn buckles down on the mound as Horn strikes out the next 2 batters. 2-1-2 out now, and Archer Horn gets the batter to chase to end it as St. Ignatius holds on to pull off the upset over Serra. The Wildcats moving on to the CCS Division I semifinals next week, where they will take on the Carmel Padres.
Both Branham and Gunn standing for the national anthem before the CCS D1 quarterfinal match. Branham strikes first in the first as Ella Moser smacks one out the center for one of her 3 hits as Abby Fales scores 1-0 Bruins. Gunn responds in the bottom half. Lauren Selvraj smacks this ball out the right, and this ball's heading to the fence for a leadoff triple. Then Ruth Jacquet smacks this ball out the center for an RBI single. Gunn tacks on another run to make it 2-1 after 1. Branham would retake the lead in the 2nd. Sydney Short skies one out the right, and this ball's fair. Serena Nunez scores. Branham tacks on one more to make it 3-2. And those Bruins would pour it on the rest of the way. Jesselyn Castillas finding the grass for a knock. Here comes Abby Fales, and the throw is not in time. It's 6-2 Bruins. More Branham. Caitlin Douglas delivers a hard shot out the left center. Nunez scores to make it 7-2. Castillas up the bat now, a hard grounder to the second. The second baseman stays with it, but the senior is safe at first as Jaslyn Solis scores. Branham brought the energy and the fast bats. Here's a deep shot from Caitlin Douglas, and that's going to split the outfield and head straight to the fence for a double. From the 2nd inning to the finish, Branham outscored Gunn 11-0. Kalia Iko delivers a deep shot out the left, and it's just short of a home run. It's an RBI triple for Kalia as Branham advances to the CCS D1 semifinals, beating Gunn 13-2.
Each week, Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Adrian Soriano joins us now with the heartbreaking story of one Mountain View football star.
Robert, Dylan Daniels entered last season as one of Mountain View's key players. However, one fateful game changed Dylan's life forever. It was a seemingly normal Friday night for the Mountain View football team. Dylan Daniels was on the field as the starting running back with his mom Lucinda cheering him along the way.
In every way. She was at all football games my biggest cheerleader. Like I'd always even on the field sometimes I'd be able to hear it through my helmet. She always had her energy up. She was always really excited, really cheerful to be out there, and I just I loved being around her.
What happened next changed Dylan's life. During the Spartans' first game against the Kings Academy, Dylan injured his leg and his ankle just before halftime, but his pain was just beginning.
I walk over and it's Dylan, and I look down, I can see it's dislocated. So I just sat on the ground with him. I kind of sat my body so he couldn't really look down. I just stayed with him and tried to keep him calm, right? And, you know, he was more upset because he kind of knew it was over.
Dylan's parents, Dale and Lucinda Daniels, came down to the field after Dylan's injury. Dale Daniels fainted on the field, and paramedics were quickly there to assist Dylan's dad. Just moments later, Lucinda Daniels suffered a stroke and collapsed on the field.
I don't think the paramedics really understood what was going on. And I don't remember what happened, but Aiden said I immediately jumped down and sat between Dylan and his mom so he didn't see it.
Both Dylan and Lucinda were rushed to the hospital. Lucinda suffered a brain aneurysm while in a coma and passed away 4 days later. She was just 44 years old.
I guess having the injury somewhat helped me through it at the time because like I was trying to focus on both things. I had like the pain in here and then also like the other pain from my mom. I don't know, I guess having something else to kind of throw the hurt off onto kind of helped.
The Spartans played the rest of the season honoring Dylan and his mom Lucinda and made it all the way to the CCS Division 5 title game.
His role in this team is extremely understated, right? We had his initials and her initials on our helmets all year. He came to every practice. He kind of took up a love of photography and he took pictures at practice. He was around, and we don't make it without him.
The Daniels family continues to battle through life every day while trying to move on from their devastating loss that fateful August night.
I go home and just like not having her greet me anymore is like, yeah, it hurts. I try to like do everything like keeping her in mind and like try to make her proud even though I know I can't like talk to her and like really show her like, I still want to show her the best I can.
They had a difficult time. But man, they had a community who loved them, who supported them. There was people around them all the time. You know, and I guess, you know, you hate for something like that to happen, to find out how people in the community feel about you, but they're loved in this community.
Dylan will head to Foothill College in the fall and plans to work for the family business.
Just want to let her know how much I appreciate her. She really did a lot for everyone. I feel like she didn't always get the most like appraisal for it. I feel like she should have gotten a lot more like gratitude.
The pain of losing a parent so young is always devastating, but Dylan Daniels has turned this adversity into motivation to become a better person for his family and his community. Dylan continues to be great in school, and he's only a couple weeks away from graduating, and I want to take this time to really thank Dylan and his family for allowing us to tell his story.
And he's going to be receiving a scholarship from us at our end of the season awards banquet.
Yep, looking forward to that.
Mara West Credit Union brings us the Mara West Merit Award honoring Bay Area teachers.
Here's Dominic Loro from Benicia talking about his favorite teacher, Jesse Rodriguez.
My favorite teacher is my history teacher, Jesse Rodriguez, because me and all my friends are in the class and he kind of just like mess around, to be honest. But like we all still get good grades, but he kind of just lets us like mess around and have fun in class.
Coming up, back to the NCS with the Division I game between Berkeley and College Park.
And Granada battles Foothill in NCS softball. 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank continues.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
Party time!
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, taking care of our guests one at a time. By DJDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Schwab Learning Center, your success is our mission. By the Riker Center, got goals? and by Sharks Ice, official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda.
The College Park Falcons were looking to continue their outstanding season this week as the Falcons enter the NCS Division I playoffs. College Park winning the Diablo Foothill League with an 8-2 league record.
The Falcons taking on a very tough Berkeley team in the opening round. The game played at College Park on Tuesday.
Nate Leffel introduced with the third-seeded College Park Falcons taking on Berkeley. Scoreless early as this one is sent to left center. Two fielders are there. Who has it? There it is. It's Quentin Hill showing he got it. Still scoreless top two, and here's Leffel on the mound getting the K to end the inning. Leffel gets lots of help from his mates. Tino Vessel with a nice short hop snag. Then at first, Sam Johnson goes way up for the catch and a sweep tag to get the out. Then Mort, great D. A shot sinking to center field, but racing in is Connor Berkowitz with a spectacular catch. Still no score in the fourth. Runner at first as Leffel lays down the butt. Akani Owaduni fires to first to get the out. Parks Ramsdale then heads up, throws to second to catch the runner. Jackson Ehrlich applies a tag. That's a double play. But later in the inning, 2 on for Desmond Cobb. And this is the hit of the game, a towering blast to the base of the center field wall, 365 feet away. Scoring is Hunter Palaio. Right behind him is Samuel Johnson. It's a clutch double for Cobb. Berkeley looking to come back in the fifth. Antonio Nordman sends it deep to left. That one goes to the wall. It's an impressive double for the sliding Nordman, but he would not score. Top 7, 2 down, and Leffel finishes off his outstanding performance. The senior with his 8th strikeout of the game, giving up just 2 hits as the Falcons advance to the next round with a 2-0 win.
Off to Livermore now as Granada takes on Foothill in the NCS D1 playoffs. The Mats on the board first. Serra Deplet shoots one to left for a base hit. Here comes Saskia Rabin. Saskia is safe at the plate. 1-0 Granada. But Foothill answers back in the second. Alexis Sponso hits this one to right. That falls in as Kyla Springer scores, and it's 2-1 Falcons. Then with runners at second and third, Casey Burdick drives one deep to center field, and that one is gone. A 3-run blast from the junior, and it's 5-1 Foothill Falcons. Bottom 3 now, and Sarah Deplich crushes one to left. That one is way out of here. Home run number 8 on the season for Sarah, and it's 5-2 Foothill. Madison Hom adds on with a grounder back to the pitcher. Foothill gets the out at first as Delaney Almoa comes home. Granada gets one more on a wild pitch, and it's 5-4 Falcons after 3. Foothill responds in the fourth. Sophie Burdick smacks the ball to left field. That will roll all the way to the fence for a triple as Casey Burdick comes home. Then Ellie Novitsky hits it up the middle for a single as Sophie Burdick comes in. Foothill gets another run on a single, and it's 8-4 Falcons. Now 9-6 Falcons in the sixth for Hannah Temple, who gets all of this one and drives it to deep left field, and that one is gone. A 2-run shot for the senior. 9-8 Falcons. Then Saskia Rabb flies one to left field. That's good enough to score Alexis Phillips, and the game is tied at 9 after 6. Foothill loads the bases in the seventh for Ellie Novitsky, who takes ball 4. Casey Burdick comes in. 10-9 Falcons. Bottom 7 now. Almoa to center and well hit. Oh my! It's gone! Delaney's 10th home run of the season, and the game is tied at 10. Bases loaded now for Jaden Roldan, who lines one to center field. Malia Castro scores! A magical moment in Livermore as Granada walks it off in the 7th to move on to the NCS Division I quarterfinals. 11-10 was the final.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Here are our top 5 finalists. We will divide the $10,000 in scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek between all of these tremendous student athletes. The winners receiving their checks at our end of the season awards banquet on May 23rd.
Gallo Salami helps us spotlight top athletes who are among the top recruits in the nation. This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Joe McGee from the De La Salle baseball team. Joe committing to play next season at St. Mary's College.
Coming up, another game from the NCS Division I bracket as Monte Vista battles James Logan.
And 2 of the very best meeting in CCS boys lacrosse. It's St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Prep. But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
For students with ADHD or dyslexia, it helps to incorporate movement and physical breaks into your studying. Use the time to stretch, walk, or do quick exercises to rejuvenate your focus. If possible, try studying while standing or use a treadmill desk to keep your body active. Remember, with the right strategies and support, you can excel academically.
Back to the NCS D1 bracket with action from the 8th and 9th seeds. Monte Vista is the 8th seed with a 15-11 regular season record.
The Mustangs facing the champs from the Mission Valley League. James Logan went undefeated in the Mission Valley League, earning the 9th seed and the right to host this opening round game on Tuesday.
Welcome to round 1 of the D1 NCS playoffs. The James Logan Colts hosting the Monte Vista Mustangs. Tyler Flipson on the call. Colts get the bats hot early and often. Yash Gupta into left, getting it to drop for a base hit, bringing Jordan Medina in for the early 1-0 lead. 2 batters later, Evan Yao drives this one deep into left, bouncing to the fence for a stand-up double, knocking both Gupta and Trevion Martinez in. It's 3-0 Colts. The Stangs answer. Luke Clausen beams this one to third and gets away with it for a single, bringing Dylan Hellman in to score. Envy trails by just 2. Now in the third, Brandon Clisby grounds this one into left for a base hit and flexing, loading the bases for the Mustangs. 1 Monte Vista run later, Ronan French gets this one up and down into right for a single, knocking Clisby in, and just like that, we are tied up at 3. The Colts respond though in the 4th. Medina with a hard hit to first for the force out at second, but safe at first and bringing Julian Vasquez home to take the lead back 4-3. More Colts in the 5th. Christian Padilla with a hard grounder past shortstop for a base hit, knocking Joshua Paras in, extending Logan's lead 5-3. Bottom 6, MV with runners on second and third, but Jesus Vasquez firing in a swinging strike 3, getting the Colts out of a pinch and fired up. Bottom 7, Mustangs looking for a late push with the runner on first, popped up a mile high in the air, but Colts Gupta is there for the final out. That will do it. Sound the train horns. 9th seeded James Logan takes down 8th seed Monte Vista 5-3 and lives to see another day on to round 2 of playoffs.
Now to the boys CCS D1 lacrosse final between Sacred Heart Prep and St. Ignatius. SHP's rolling early. Here's a speedy Alex Shen finding the back of the net. 1-0 Gators. Then it's Ian Dykes to Tate Starr, and the freshman rifles one going top shelf for another Gators goal. SI responds as Christian Lee paves his own lane to receive the pass and scores. Gators tack on another goal to make it 3-1 after 1. SHP tacks on 2 more goals in the second quarter, including this beautiful shot by Ian Dykes. It's 5-2 SHP at the half, but the Wildcats pour it on in the second half. Here's Stu Gates working around the net, and this is a beautiful goal by the Dartmouth commit. Then Bowden Anderson gets away from a defender and aims far post to tie the game at 5. Then it's Giacomo Chapman to Christian Lee, and SI has its first lead of the game. More SI, a little bounce pass over the Stu Gates, and Stu's crew now has a 2-goal lead. And those Wildcats are clawing their way to the finish, outscoring the Gators 7-0 in the second half as Kodiak Hahn rockets it home. St. Ignatius wins the CCS D1 title, beating SHP 9-5.
The Harker School helps us honor scholar athletes each week. This week's Harker Scholar athlete is Parker Warner from Granada, the star Stanford-bound pitcher with a very impressive 4.2 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Guests packed the lower school theater earlier this month to see young musicians perform at this year's Spring Music Concert, which featured both instrumental and vocal performers. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. This is a play showing the same kind of grit and determination exemplified by all the good folks at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Megan Sutton from Mitty. Megan with a diving play on the infield for the Monarchs in a game last week. Megan Sutton doing the dirty work just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. There's so much great content on our social media. Check us out all week long on all of the platforms. And our silent auction is now live for our end of the season awards banquet with packages from the 49ers and Giants. Click on the QR code on your screen to help support our banquet.
And please become a member of our YouTube page to support the show and get access to exclusive content. Thank you to our newest members, Michelle Johnson and Tyler Abley.
Coming up, NCS Baseball with Heritage and Pittsburgh in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
And NCS Division I Softball with Freedom and San Ramon Valley as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes.
That would be a big help. Huge.
Jumbo.
Ginormous. Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
Want to make $186,000 a year, serving a community that wants you. The San Jose Police Department is hiring. Choose from over 50 specialty assignments like K-9 officer, helicopter pilot, or crime scene investigator. If you have the drive to serve, we will teach you the rest. Apply today at joinsjpd.com.
Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers.
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret. Dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zarata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zarata, your faithful injury attorneys.
A great matchup in the NCS Division I bracket with two teams who know each other very well. Heritage finished first in the Bay Valley League this season, with Pittsburgh just one game back.
Heritage won 2 close games with Pitt during the regular season. This time it's do or die in the game played at Pittsburgh on Tuesday. It's our Crumble Cookies game of the week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
It's a winner-go-home situation here in Pittsburgh. It's the BVAL tournament champs going up against the BVAL regular season champs. Ty Thompson is one of the top hitters for the Pirates, hitting .329 with 24 knocks. And for Heritage, Aiden Rangel continues to have a hot bat, hitting .387 with 15 runs batted in. It's Pitt and Heritage in our Crumble Cookies game of the week. So with Pittsburgh winning the Bay Valley League tournament title, Pittsburgh gets the host, but Heritage is the home team because they're a higher seed. That's just how the cookie crumbles. To the highlights, the pitching was solid on both sides. Here's JJ Kennard getting the bat of the swing for the strikeout. Then here's Diego De Luna bringing the heat for the K. No score after 1. Great defense here from the Pirates. It's Ty Thompson, the Devin Simonton to Kolashek for the 6-4-3 double play. Elijah Ward had a great game for the Patriots in the hot corner. Here he charges the ball and throws a dart to Jace Bernard to get the out. Still scoreless until the bottom of the 4th. Bases juiced for Jace Bernard, who hits a hard shot to the pitcher. The throw home is off target as Alonzo Alvarez scores. 1-0 Heritage. Next batter, it's Jack Rivera lifting this ball out to center. Nico Fuentes makes the play. This would go down as the sac fly as Elijah Ward scores. 2-0 Patriots. Heritage tacks on 2 more in the 4th. Tyler Williams cranks this ball down the right field line for a knock as Carter Lowell and Jace Bernard touch home plate. 4-0 Patriots. JJ did his thing on the mound, going 6 1/3 innings. Here's another strikeout for the junior, and JJ only allowed 2 hits in this game. Devin Simonton smokes this ball out the left center for a double to start a rally for the Pirates, but Jason Stevens comes in the relief, and Jason slams the door with this backwards K to end the game, and here comes the boom! Heritage advances to the NCS D1 quarterfinals, beating Pittsburgh 4-0.
It's basically a thing on confidence and just having fun, because any given day, anything can happen in the game of baseball. We just came out, just have some fun, play Heritage baseball. That's all that matters. I'm thankful to have a good defense behind me.
In Pittsburgh with the Crumble Cookies game of the week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Freedom taking the trip over to Danville to face San Ramon Valley in the first round of the NCS Division I bracket. Top of the first, Freedom has 2 runners in scoring position. Madison Evers-Lyles hits a grounder up the middle. Yasmin Sanchez and Lauren Denny score. Do Yo Dance Madison 2-0 Freedom after 1. SRV threatening in the bottom half of the second. Runner on second for Lila McLeod. The freshman hits a blooper to right, and it is a fair ball rolling to the fence. McLeod makes her way to third for the stand-up triple. It's 2-1 Freedom as Brianna Shapiro scores. A few batters later, Isla Higgins chops the ball through the 5-6 hole. Courtesy runner Charlie Callison scores. SRV would lead 3-2 with the bases loaded. Maya Soto fields the hard grounder, tags the runner at third, and then the base for the double play. That keeps it a 1-run game. Top of the third, Soto steps up to the plate and launches a ball deep to center field. A game-tying solo homer for Maya. This game is knotted up at 3 until the bottom half of the fourth. Addie Laos shoots it through the left side, and that will bring in 2. Addie with 3 RBI on the day, 6-3 SRV. Fifth inning, this looks like it'll fall in center field, but not today. Yasmin Sanchez with an amazing grab in center, but SRV is the team to advance as Bella Ryan knocks an RBI single to left, scoring Shapiro. The Wolves go on to beat the Falcons 9-5 to advance to round 2. McLeod throws a complete game, earning the win. The St. Francis softball squad is one of the very best in the nation.
The girls getting ready for the playoffs with a visit to the Rikus Center this week to talk with our Jake Vanderbrook.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the softball team from St. Francis High School. Make some noise! A perfect regular season for the Lancers, so I'm going to start off with Shannon Keegren, who is a senior on this team. So, Shannon, you've been on some wonderful teams over the years. How would you rate this team compared to the other teams that you've been on?
I think compared to the last 2 seasons, we're a lot younger, but I think the youngness brings a lot more energy and positive attitudes to the field, which I think has been shown the past few games.
Yeah, and, you know, this team can really smack the ball. Peyton Sow, who is a freshman, has been killing it. 32 runs batted in. You led the league with 11 home runs, WCAL champs. So how do you keep your focus and composure when you step into the box?
I'm just trying to keep it simple, like not do too much and just have fun and just go out there and be confident. And yeah.
Yeah, so this team has generated 213 runs batted in. Becca Quinn has generated 31 of those. So Becca, what's the one thing that stands out the most with this team?
I think the thing that stands out the most is like our consistency through practice, through game, warm-ups, like everything that we do it has intention and we put all that we have into what we do.
Okay, so the brackets came out and you guys are officially the #1 seed in the CCS Open Division playoffs. So what is it going to take for this team to get back to the promised land?
I think just keep doing what we're doing. We've been working for this all season and it's finally here. So just doing whatever we can do.
All right, the St. Francis Lancers. Ladies, best of luck to you the rest of the way. Take us out with a break.
What's on 3, 1, 2, 3, Lancers!
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, honoring Spirit teams all around the Bay Area.
Here's the cheer team from Los Gatos High School. Coming up, CCS Open Division softball with Willow Glen and Hillsdale.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 baseball poll.
We just met the girls from St. Francis, who are the top seed in the CCS Open Division. Willow Glen is the 5th seed, the Rams finishing tied for 1st in the Mount Hamilton Division.
The Rams meeting Hillsdale in the first round. The Fighting Knights finishing 2nd this season in the Peninsula Bay League. The winner-go-home game played at Hillsdale on Saturday.
Hillsdale playing host to Willow Glen for the opener of the CCS Open Division bracket. In the top of the second, the Rams have the bases loaded for Anaya Zambrano, and that ball falls into left field for the base hit. Leah Crawford is safe at third. Haley Okerman scores 1-0 Glen. Later on, the bases are loaded when Caitlin Dilbeck takes one for the team. The hit by pitch pushes in Crawford. The Rams go on to take the 3-0 lead after the inning. Bottom of the third, Hillsdale looking for its first hit, and Sophia Shelton gets the infield single. A couple of batters later, she is on third when the pitch is thrown wild. Shelton comes racing in to score. It's 3-1 Rams as we move ahead to the top of the 6th. There are 2 runners on when Sienna Miranda drops a beautiful butt, and there is no play at any of the bases. The junior is hyped after the infield single. So is assistant coach Eric Mendonca. 2 outs, 2 strikes. That pitch is called a ball. The Knights challenge the no swing call, and that was huge. Willow Glen doesn't score. Lola Jones throws over 5 innings of shutout softball, and her defense making plays like this. Taylor O'Mahony, sweet like honey. That's a tough play. It remains a 3-1 game, but Willow Glen would never give up its lead. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Alana Clincy fields the grounder and throws to first for the final out. A big showing for the sophomore as Willow Glen advances to the CCS Open Division bracket and will play top-seeded St. Francis in the semifinal round. Bernardi Zerrata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor NCS Commissioner Pat Cruikshank. Pat has dedicated his career to working with young people. He spent time as both athletic director and basketball coach at San Leandro, Freedom, and Heritage High Schools. Pat has done a great job since taking over as NCS Commissioner 5 years ago. Pat Cruikshank, this week's Bernardi Zerrata hometown hero.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week they bring us the Be Happy play. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to Isaac Esto and the Oakland Tech Bulldogs winning the OAL title. Get out of here, Isaac! Everybody was so happy about it, and there they go in this week's DGDG Be Happy play. Coming up, it's a Service by Medallion play of the week. It might be this play, but you have to wait to find out.
First, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Andrew Havili at the Rikus Center. Today's training tip is a single arm cable press. Sydney's going to stand 1 foot in front of the other, holding the cable in one hand, and just start pushing forward and backward. Great shoulder and chest exercise. Also a lot of core happening here. Now, for you throwers out there, you could just hold your arm out straight, take a step forward, take a step backward. This requires so much more shoulder stability. So every time she steps back, the weights wants to jolt her back. She can't let that happen.
We announce a Service by Medallion play of the week to end every show.
We'll show you some top contenders, then announce this week's Service by Medallion play of the week.
Play of the week.
We start off with College Park's Connor Berkowitz with this diving catch, but the play of the week goes to Freedom's Yasmin Sanchez with a spectacular catch. Yasmin Sanchez with the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week for the exciting highlights of section final games in both baseball and softball. You won't want to miss it. Same time, same place. We'll see you then.
I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check back every Sunday night.
And watch us every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.